into
Oh, good evening, everyone. Listen, I'm sorry, we've had a bit of technical difficulties. Listen to the weather out there. It's got to be the weather that's actually made us a little bit late tonight. Righto, we have my rant again. Righto, that's not really a rant, it's actually concerns. Right, as of yesterday, we know that now we've got another 6 weeks of lockdown. All right, and I hope you all stay home and be safe and everything like that. Tonight, like I've got a couple of young people on, righto, and as I said, um, I'm going to bring young Luke O'Brien on. I've known Luke for a while now. I first met him, he actually come to me looking to actually volunteer with our organisation. That's the thing about fishing. Right, he saw what we done. He's a mad fisherman just like me, loves his fishing. Right, Luke's been through the ringers and everything like that, so it's going to be good to listen to this young guy, what he's been through. And actually, he actually writes his own rap songs, and I might even actually, because he sent me a couple, but they were just hard, too big for me to actually download to actually play one for you. So I might actually get him to do one live tonight if he's up to it. I should have seen the look I got off him just then. So, but and also I've got a young lady coming on. You know, who's going to be sitting down the bottom. I'm going to bring her up, right? Her name's Hannah Swinnerton, right? Hannah actually got Youth Volunteer of the Year last year, which was great. And I followed a fair bit of stuff that Hannah was doing when she first come out and started talking about her battles and her depression and her, I think it was bullying too. I'll let her talk a little bit more about that. But there's two reasons, and I've sucked Hannah in on this one, right? Because there's two reasons I got her in here, because I wanted to listen to Luke's story. Plus, I think that what Luke has gone through and everything like that is going to be a great support for herself, because I know Hannah's reached out to me a couple of times in the last few days herself saying that she's not doing it too well at the moment. But a lot of people out there are not doing it well. That's not just the young people, but the young people are the ones that are actually suffering at the worst at the moment. And not the worst, but they're doing it pretty hard. And so anyway, I'm going to bring up Luke so he can say hello to you. This is young Luke O'Brien. Here he comes. 1, 2, 3. Good evening, Luke.
Hey, how you going, mate?
He's got a Facebook page called Fruity Lux, which is what he does. You know, he actually does. Let him talk about that more later on. But it's actually songs and hey, g'day, Josh is listening in. You know, but it's
my boy, yeah.
Tangles, another young bloke that we know quite well. He goes through his own little struggles and things like that. And we get nicknamed him Tangles because every time we used to take him fishing, he'd tangle up the lines, doesn't he, Luke?
Yeah, that's it.
So,
good value.
Anyway, evening, Luke. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, Glenn. Thanks for having me on the show, and g'day to anybody tuning in right now. I've shared this on a few pages, I'm really stoked to be on the show. I've been watching you a little bit, mate. I'm liking how the moustache is getting a little bit bigger each time.
Thanks, mate. I actually cut it down a bit. It was actually a lot longer.
Yeah, really? Damn.
Mo's getting a bit scraggy, so I shaved it off a bit. Yeah, look, Luke, let's get right into it. All right, like I said, I've known you for a while. You come to us as a volunteer,
yeah,
but you had your own life little struggles. What about just telling us a little bit about yourself to start with?
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I mean, as Glenn touched on, I met him a while ago, a few years ago, coming to his clinics and speaking on the phone, wanting to be a volunteer. But yeah, my life has definitely not gone how I thought it would. I've really looked at myself, you know, in the past 3 to 4 years. I've been really lucky to be alive. To be honest with you, it's a terrible experience going through mental illness struggles, because we all experience it in a different way, and we all try and work out how to kind of explain it. And you know, you want me to talk about my story. For me, my story is having an experience where I had absolutely no idea what the hell I was going through, and I was only about 25, 26 when this started happening, and I started to wake up every day and just not want to be around anybody, and I didn't want to be associating myself with any of my friends and even my family, and just started to cry a lot. Yeah, like, and I've come from a trade background, so I was a tradesman for 7 years. Had my own business for a while, and the thought of crying to me was very bizarre, because I just didn't think it was something that I would ever do. I always try to be tough, and I had role models in the trade industry that always told me to get on with it, and you know, don't worry about don't worry about the struggles, you'll be fine. And yeah, 25, 26, mate, I just broke down, and I'll be honest, it was, there's certain ways of, you know, trying to work out why you're starting to get a mental illness, and there's certain ways it can sometimes happen, and it's not easy to explain. But for me, my substance use, as well as genetically, my one side of my family had a lot of anxiety and depression, so I just did a lot of substance use, and it basically, what I learnt was I did too much, to the point that it just sped everything up, and I just got completely totaled by what I have is major depressive disorder. And at 26, I had a complete breakdown, and that was on the trade site on my birthday. And I was an absolute wreck, and I cried in front of everyone, all the boys there, and that's the start of it. You know, 26 is the start of when I started to look at myself, and try and figure out what was going on. And you know, anybody out there watching right now, if that's sort of how you're feeling currently, or that's something that you've experienced, that is not going to be probably the last time you might feel that. For me, looking back at that first time, you kind of think that's it. But you know, you have a lot of those moments going through it, and one of the most important things is not to feel like you shouldn't be having those moments. And yeah, my story kind of went from that point at 26 on a trade site, and I stopped working, and I went back to the basics of just trying to figure out what I can do to help myself, because yeah, I was just really really low, depressed, and there wasn't really much of a way I could see out of it.
Right. We actually talk, you know, I don't like talking about this, because, right, it's like I have certain things, like, you know, like Alcoholics Anonymous. I believe that Alcoholics Anonymous is an important part, and it's great for a lot of people. But I have one standard: once you give up drinking and you decide that you're not a drinker, right, you're not an alcoholic anymore. That's my belief, my opinion.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you keep repeating what, you know, I'm an alcoholic, well, you can actually fall back into that. The same with drugs and everything like that. Depression and mental illness is a little bit different, because it's actually a disease. You've actually tried to take your life a couple of times too, haven't you, Luke?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, twice. I think it's, sorry, Glenn.
Talk about it if you're.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you do sometimes want to talk about it, and then sometimes it's hard for people to hear. So just trigger warning, if anyone's feeling a little bit on edge about me talking about suicide right now, just maybe walk out the room. I'm completely understand. But for me, my suicidal ideation got to the point, I wrote a suicide letter to my family, and it was a normal kind of morning in terms of like, I woke up, saw my family, drove out to a cafe, wrote the note, and then planned that night I was going to drive my car into a tree, and I worked out what tree it was because I had to figure out, if I'm going to do this, I got to do it properly. And I remember, I went out to the city, got really drunk. I had a huge meal of Hungry Jacks, and then I went to my car, and I was driving a really bad, crappy car, so it didn't really matter if I wrote it off. And I got to the car and I put the keys in, and I was ready. I was really ready. And I just remember I looked back, and I looked to the house, and I just know, because my mom and dad were there sleeping in their bed, and my sister was sleeping in her room. And I was just like a feeling of, this is it. I'm never going to see them again. And I just pulled the car keys out and walked back home, walked, into my room, and just went to sleep, and just went, it was that close, because for the last 3 weeks leading up to that, I didn't want to be alive, and it just got worse and worse and worse, and everything kept going, and got to the point where that was it. And to walk back inside, and I haven't spoken to my family directly about that incident, but they know that I've had points where I've attempted to. I also had an attempt overdose that I went to hospital for, and they knew about that because I was experiencing withdrawals from what I took. And that was when, the 2 times that I was very close were when I got probably the most support, and I chose and decided to seek support, because I knew that how I was so close to killing myself, and I didn't realize it until I was just about to do it. And sometimes it just takes, like, I've got a saying where it's a 5-minute strategy, where you wait 5 minutes, and then you might feel a completely different emotion or feeling where you're not going to act on that as an impulse. And I've had moments where, I've wanted to jump in front of a car, and then, waiting 5 minutes, just sitting there going, no, you don't, no, you don't, no, you don't. And then, 5 minutes later, I'm okay. So it's a hard thing. It's not easy to talk about suicide. I know you've been around it a lot as well, Glenn, and you've seen, it's something that it's hard to talk about, but at the same time, we have to do it.
Yeah. Well, no, you're 100%. See, I think everyone in a situation always thinks, I've had enough of life and want to get out of it, but you've actually been to that dark black spot, right? You're ready to do it, right? But like, the thing about it is, you actually pull through it, right? But it's been a battle, hasn't it? It's been a major battle, right? To actually, and you're still not, like I was saying earlier on the promo, right? You still probably have your struggles, right? But I've seen you in action, volunteering with me and the people that we deal with, right? A lot of them got, most like Joshy and a lot of the younger ones got a lot of respect for you, right? Because you've actually been there, and you've actually pulled through it. You've come through it, and you've done really well. We'll talk a little bit in a minute, right, about exactly what you're doing now, right? Because sorry, mate.
You're right, mate.
You've come a long way. See, the problem is, when it comes to manic depression, right, it's actually such a disease in yourself. You don't even know that you're who you are most of the time, do you?
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to explain it, but you don't. You're in your body, but you're not really there at all.
So, so what kind of, now, like, once your family actually found out about the way you were feeling, as you said, they probably, as you used the first attempt, they don't know much about that. But when they really found out exactly how you're feeling, right, and you're suicidal, right, depressed, taking drugs, drinking and everything like that. What did they do? Were they supportive or?
Yeah, they were. I don't know how they were. I've got a lot of love for the way that they also went through. I think with my sister, she experienced the same thing, similar to what I went through. So they had a bit of practice, but I feel the way they supported me, even with all the drugs and my self-harm as well, visible self-harm, was to be there compassionately and not to push me. Not to push me and tell me you need to get help right now, you know, intervention style. But they could see that I was hurting, and they could see that I wanted to get support and I wanted help, but they were just there, which was really important. And yeah, I think my sister as well, she's been a huge support for me because she knows what it's like. She was kind of like a mentor, talking to me sometimes when I was really upset and sort of helping me through it. I'm just very fortunate to have that. There's so many people that aren't able to have a good family kind of group mentality, or like it's hard because, you know, there's a lot of miscommunication. But yeah, my family were there, and they knew as soon as I, you know, went to the length of trying to take my life that they wanted me to get help, and if I had to stay in bed for 3 days, they understood it. And yeah, they were there.
Oh, mate, that's right. I've actually spoken to your dad. He seems like a really lovely guy, right? He's got a whole heap of fishing books up there for me to come pick up.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, he's got heaps.
Yeah. No, I've spoken to your dad, and he seems like a lovely, lovely man, righto? Now, righto, when you realised that you were, you know, suffering depression as a young person, right? Where did you seek the help? How did you seek the help?
Yeah, so when I was really, at that point, when I was talking about 25, 26, when I had a breakdown, and I didn't know where to look, and what I found was a really challenging point, because you're so unwell, you don't even know what to do. And then to seek help seems so futile, like hopeless. You're not confident in yourself. You feel like you're worthless, but seeking support is about reaching out to the community. And I found it very easy if you have a GP, just a general practitioner, and you go there and you be honest about how you're feeling, and they'll probably do a K10 test or something. And if you're scoring high, which usually, if you're feeling really unwell, you will, they'll then write a mental health plan. They can recommend services you can use. They could also help you maybe find a good support service, a psychologist, psychiatrist. And that's sort of how I did it. I just went to a GP and they gave me a plan. That plan gives you 10 sessions where you can get a rebate price, so you get some money off. And I took a long time to like psychologists. I didn't like my first few. We didn't have a connection, it's sort of like a girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever partner. You want to have a connection where you can feel like, we're going to work together, we're in sync. And yeah, seeking support, it took me probably a couple psychologists to get the right one that I felt like was going to work with me. But yeah, seeking support as a guy as well, my support was the pub. And that's an easy support service, because you just go there, and it's just it's not really a way of getting help. But when you go and speak to someone in a room, just you and them, it's amazing with what you want to say, and everything comes out, and you're sober. And that's one of the most important things I always stress, is talk about your feelings when you're sober.
Yeah, no, I agree. But see, you're a mad fisherman too, and I know as both of us being fishermen, right, doing that, using fishing as a way of actually dealing therapeutically inside your own life is a great way of doing it. But we're both mad fishermen, but you're also a mad muso.
Yeah.
So you love your music.
I do love my music.
Huh?
I do love my music, yeah.
But like your music and my music are two different things. You're doof 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 doof, or what do you call it? Rap or doof? Or what? What's it called?
Oh, it's probably a better taste in music than yours, but nah, it's I don't know, man. I do poetry, so I'm all over the joint.
Yeah, but I listened to a couple of your things, and unfortunately, like I said, they were too big to actually put them up, and like I might. But you've used music and using music to actually express how you feel and out there to other people, you know, like with inside of the mental health, haven't you?
Definitely, yeah. I have. I've mostly just made my music in the last 3 years, basically around mental health and trying to, yeah, get them, you know, the words out that I've maybe sometimes wanted to say but couldn't, and put it in music, and it connects with people. I connect with it, and it's a great tool of therapy.
Right. Mate, put you on the spot. I should get you to do a doof doof one now for us.
You want me to do a doof doof?
Yeah, do those songs now for us.
Oh Jesus!
The rap songs in it.
Oh, hold up. I'll see if I can get a song like instrumental. I just got to try and find one.
This is the first for Frankston Community Connect, having someone do something live.
All right, let's see this one. This might be all right. Just got to get through this. Got to get through this ad. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, all right. Let's do this. Let's see. I'm just gonna do a freestyle, so I'm not, nothing's planned.
No, that's all right.
Yeah. Now I'm feeling like I can't cope. Some days I still look at that damn rope. I say, yo, feeling like this bio. I don't know what to do, so I grab out a biro. Where is it? Yeah, I got a biro. Some days I'm feeling like a fire like spiral. What I'm gonna do now? I've been on the move now. Me and Glenn talking. Yeah, we gonna move out. Mental illness in the town. Frankston, you know the deal. Community connects. Nah, you know that it's real. I be seeing depression, self-harm scars, and mama telling me that I going off to Mars and I'm trying to be good. I don't know what to say. I've been suicidal since 2017. Man, maybe I'm better off, maybe I'm not. But the music never gonna stop. Yeah, so we connecting on the beats and minds. Fruity Lex is talking fine. You know that I like to drink red to white wine, but we saying that we good. No damn talk. I go fishing some days, catch bigger ones than Glenn. And now that's OG. I'm rapping for the flow. Yeah, mental illness never gonna slow us down. You can take it out of town. I saw people saying that they never coping, and now I see them doing well. And that's all that matters, and I'm telling you that we can get through this crap. Yo, you feeling the weight on your back? Damn, stat. I be saying, dude, listen, it's only me, God, 30 years old and still here. So if we can make it through, I know that you can do it too. So listen up, the music, I was always facing off the blues inside my room, the basement dark, but I don't want to start. Yeah, I got some vibe power, call me Tony Stark. Oh, now the chapter's gone, Iron Man, got the fist. Let's talk one time, yeah, we can make it through. Never die yourself, and I'll be sitting in my room assuming all the world is gloomy. COVID got us locked down, but we can make it out. 6 weeks, no doubt, we can get there. Yeah, you know we can make it far, like Marty McFly. Grab the car, yeah, Doc Brown chilling. I'll be ending this and look at Glenn. Yo, we dancing for the millions. Yeah, damn, bro.
That was brilliant, mate. But it's amazing, you know, like when you're going through stuff, right? It's amazing that you know, like what can actually pick you up, what can actually bring you down, you know, like like to me, it's fishing. But you love your fishing. But music is a great thing. But another little thing too, which is amazing, right? And you've done that all for ad lib.
Yeah, ad lib off the top. Like shout out to Jimmy Harwood in the comments. He knows. Yeah, he's a muso as well. Amazing guy. But yeah, that's all off the top.
Yeah,
just
that
did
was
it.
brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. But but another thing is too, you've come a long way in the like since, as you said, you've started your downhill spiral. You're coming back up again, right? And you have your days, right? Every person that suffers mental health and stuff like that has a day, right? And unfortunately, that's it's a shame, right? But another thing that you're doing, you've gone back to university. You're doing your masters, aren't you?
Yeah, doing a master's in social work.
Right. So what made you do that?
I don't know. I never really thought I'd ever go to uni. But I think just because I really want to work in schools, be a counselor to young kids, youth. Obviously, with what you're doing, that's the thing about fishing, volunteering. I've worked with a lot of young kids, and there's a need there for mental health support, and unfortunately, you have to go to uni to get those jobs. And I'm
what Josh said.
It's sometimes a bit of a schmozzle with the classes and stuff. But, I'm second year now. I've only got 2 more years to go, and I'm confident that I'll get the master's. And, yeah, I'll be, hopefully doing social work in a field that I think I was not born to do, but I think just with my life and what's happened, it's probably where I should be going. So,
yeah, it's what they call fate, mate. Sometimes you go through stuff, right? And, and it makes you stronger. But there's people like you, right? And Hannah, we haven't forgotten you. We know you're still sitting there patiently. I know. So, but there's people like you that are actually a great support, because it's like myself in my past, right? We've been there and we've done it. So people are going to listen to you, and when you're talking to them and your experience, because you've been there. Right, you've done the hard yards, you've done the hurts, right, and everything like that. So you're going to be great, right, for what you're doing in youth work. Listen, we've got a little guest to come up as well. Right? You don't mind me bringing Hannah up, do you?
Not at all, man.
Right, we're gonna bring young Hannah up. Where are you? 1, 2. Here she is. And what we're gonna do? We're going to do it this way so we can actually see each other. All right. Hello, Jess. What's Jess up? Man, I miss you, bro. Also miss your lifestyle.
Freestyles.
What advice will you give to some that still find it hard to talk about their problems? They are, Lukey. So we'll come back to you.
Yeah, can Hannah hear us, Hannah?
Yeah, Hannah's there. You can hear us, can't you? Hannah? Hello?
Maybe not.
No volume. Hannah? Oh.
She might be writing. I'm not too sure.
I don't know.
Quickly to answer Jess.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're listening to us now? Hannah, can you hear us? Your volume up or something.
Is she in the stream? I know
she was talking before.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, people. Sometimes technical problems. You there, Hannah? We might have to put it down for a second.
Yep.
Whilst you answer Jess.
Yeah, I'll answer Jess. Yeah, I miss you, dude. Yeah, I think advice with people. I mean, yeah, talking about their problems. I don't know. It's still hard for me to talk about some of my problems as well. I find that sometimes just assessing how you're feeling at the time, but sometimes just saying it out loud and sort of getting it out. You know, I do that a bit with my loved ones, where I could sit on something and not say it, and then, you know, I know that it's better if I just talk about it. And it's just a weight off your shoulder. It's just like getting that thought and verbalizing it, you know, out to people. But it's very difficult, you know. Problems are something where people don't necessarily know how to talk about it or handle what you're going to say. But yeah, I still struggle with that, Jess. I find that sometimes, yeah, just to stop thinking about it and just say it. That's sometimes what I do, and it can help. And yeah, it's damn hard though. That's a good question.
It is a good question, isn't it? That's can you hear us now, Hannah, or can you talk? I've just sent her a message. So, hi guys. All right, here we go. Hi guys. Would love I would love any advice on support of myself and 4 kiddies. We are struggling with a lack of support for homeschooling, especially my eldest, who is 10 and has autism and attends Patterson River Secondary College. Right. Jody, a good question. Right. This one here, if we can take under advice, maybe what you could do is actually inbox me, right? Because this is going to be a long, it's going to be a long, hard battle for the kids and parents. I've been asked this question a few times lately about kids struggling, right, for this covert and everything like that, the homeschooling, where especially when it comes to autistic kids, all right, it's going to be a hard one. But if you can get in contact with me tomorrow or inbox me, Glenn Cooper, righto, I'll actually try to help you with some questions. I'll actually put you through to a couple of organisations that should be able to help you. If that's did you get that? Did you? Sorry, I'm tongue tied at the moment because I'm trying to watch poor old Hannah try to come back up again. So if you send me an inbox tomorrow, righto, I'll try to help you out and get in contact with me. Righto, have you got any suggestions, Lukey?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I think, geez, I mean, the TV, any kind of electronic or electronic kind of, you know, not distractions, but stuff that can keep them engaged. I don't know. It sounds like a really hard job, but Jodie sounds like a very strong woman, and I'm sure she can handle it. But yeah, I'm sending thoughts out. I don't have any kids, so I can't imagine what this is like right now.
Yeah, well, that's right, mate. You haven't got any kids. I wish the fishing was on because that'd be the easiest question for Jodie is to send them fishing with us.
Yeah.
But we can't do that at the moment. So, but look, there is some people out there. We've got my lovely helper out there, Carol, and I have got a whole list of people and organisations that actually deal in that direct situation with homeschooling and, you know, kids. I've got organisations that we actually work with with autistic kids, and we actually take a lot of autistic kids fishing. All right, so, but that's when we get out of COVID, we're able to help that. Hannah, can you hear now and talk? Hey, here we come. We bring 1, 2, 3. We've got Hannah back. All right, Hannah, how are you?
I'm good.
Hold on for a second. We've got a little answer here. What do we got here? Right. Speaking from a homeschooler, be kind to yourself and don't stress the small stuff. There you are, Jodie. Thanks, Justine. That was a lovely little comment back to you, Jodie. She's so true, but I think, I will come back to you in a second, Hannah.
Okay.
Right. I think sometimes as parents, and believe it or not, I used to be a parent, I think we actually pressure ourselves too much, and don't, as Justine's, don't stress on the small stuff, righto. What have we got? more to learn. There you go. More to learning than the academic stuff. It's so true to that, righto. And
Definitely.
yeah, Jody, please do. You know, Jody's just saying thank you. Please talk to me, Nora. And I'm happy to talk to you on the phone. I'm happy to give you my phone number. We can actually talk about it because Justine was right. There's more to learning the school, and you just need some little clues how to let's say take the attention away from just being annoying kids. Like not so much annoying. But, yeah. Anyway, we'll talk tomorrow. Anyway, Hannah, hello, are you?
I'm good.
Sorry,
I'm good,
we
thanks. You?
haven't forgotten you. Righto. Righto. So, hey, Hannah, righto. You've done a lot around here in Frankston, right, for the young people yourself, right? And I know that's your struggles and everything. I know that you've been going through a bit of hard time at the moment, but a couple of good things. So this is where sometimes you actually feel down. You feel like everyone's against me, right? Feel that no one cares, no one likes me, no one wants, all this kind of stuff. And no one can take away those feelings because that's how you feel at that time. But when you do feel that way, you've got to look at yourself, right? This is not turning into a counselling session because, hey, you've got to be proud of yourself. Young Volunteer of the Year last year, and you've done that in a 12-month period. That's what you got, didn't you, Frankston here?
Yeah, Frankston Youth of the Year.
That's it. Unbelievable, right? You've done that in a 12-month period because you come out and you started talking about your own hurts, right, your own struggles, and you went out there trying to encourage other people that were going through the same thing in the youth, right? You are an amazing young lady, right? So, anyway, just tell us a little bit about you, right?
So I went through a lot of bullying from prep to year 12.
Yep.
And was diagnosed with major depression and anxiety because of bullies. Bullies weren't the nicest throughout school. They'll cut out photos of my head and stick it on pigs and cows and think it's okay. Then kept going home crying every night and just was like no escape from it. Like you got it to school, from school, after school, and that was like 2012 I finished. And ever since that I've never looked back, and then just been changing my life around and advocating, and now this coronavirus is just, it's really hard.
Yeah, I know it is, isn't it? I know, like I said, I sneak out you in tonight. I know. Carol said it'd be good to get you on. And because I was having Luke on, right, I wanted Luke to come on and talk to you. I want to encourage you, right, because like I said, you're an amazing young girl. And I think a lot of times, and Luke, I'm happy for you to interact with this. And people, like I said, this is not a counselling session, but it's an encouragement session, right? And that's what this show, Frankston Community Connect's all about, is showing people out here that care, right? And I do care, right? And there's a lot of people in Frankston that care, right? And like I said, you're an amazing young girl. You've come a long, long way, right? From where you're bullying and everything like that. No one's ever bullied me because I've always been a fighter. But I never bullied anyone either. Right? So, although some of my volunteers reckon I'm a bully. But Hannah, like I said, you've achieved a lot. Right? So, Luke, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think like the hardest part right now, and with like how coronavirus is affecting, especially like Hannah, what you're doing, you're advocating, you're an advocate, you're on the field, you're on the grounds, and right now we're not able to do that. You're not able to do it, I'm not able to do it, and it feels like we're really running uphill right now, without any kind of downhill moments. It's really challenging.
It feels like you're in a bubble, like you're stuck at home.
Yeah.
And it's more frustrating because you usually go to gym to help you with your mental health and you can't even do that. No. It's like you're trapped and like you're isolated at home.
it is, it's very trapped, and you know, I think what I'm trying to work on myself is because of like, I can see that the events and sort of what you're trying to do and what I'm trying to do is going to be off, you know, for a while. We're not able to do it unless like we're doing what Glenn does, online stuff. But just look back, and I really think with what you've done and what I've noticed, your power in your drive and ambition, but just mostly about your speaking out about bullying. And I personally still struggle to speak about bullying with my own self and like what I was done, you know, how it affected me. And, you know, some things are so hard to talk about, but you're able to do it in a community setting. And I know a lot of people who would, you know, love to see you speak out in your future events that I'm hoping to be able to attend. But yeah, right now, you know, you're struggling, and you know, I'm going to be honest, I'm struggling too. I'm really struggling with knowing that events right now aren't able to go ahead. And I think with your own, you know, your own personal journey right now is going to be challenged because of what's happening, but I know that you can get through it. And yeah, I just look forward to seeing what you can do when this is all over, because yeah, you got a lot of yeah, you got a lot of resilience, and that's like something that I look up to a lot. So
that's so true. But there is still a lot of groups out there, organisations out there that you can actually tap in for help and things like that. Yeah, like we know we've got all these lifelines and all those different things here, but here in Frankston, in this community, do you know what we should be doing? Yeah, like I think this is a good start, right? Because sometimes there's a lot of youth. You must know a lot of young people, Anna.
Yeah, I know a lot.
You know a lot. Right? Lukey knows a lot. All right. I've got a few there. I've got Jessica, who's a lovely kid, and Josh, who's a lovely kid, but he's a pain in my butt most of the time. But Josh is a good kid, you know, and you know, like, and all the young people that actually are in our organisation, what we should be doing now, because it is going to be a hard time over these next few weeks. Right, it's going to be really, really hard. Right, thanks. See, Carol's doing she always does a great job for me. Right, I'm doing all this. That's why I need her there. Right, all right. What we need to do is probably, see, we've got all this media and social media and everything like that, and I found this new tool now called Zoom. Right,
Good.
what, Hannah? You've got your contacts.
Yeah.
Right, you've got a lot of people out there, a lot of people that you've actually gone and done talks with. You know, like, I know you've done talks to the Rotary Club and places like, and you, like that time, what was, you went to it, Luke, that sit around down the beach, you crossed your legs and had a powwow or something? Right, down at Frankston.
yeah, that was, yeah, me and Joshua went down to that. It was great.
The inner circle.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of doing a Zoom one of them as well.
Well, why don't you, and I'm actually charging you to this, righto?
Okay.
All right. And I'm actually putting a challenge out there, and I'm happy to help, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you actually start up a weekly group, right?
Okay.
With a lot of young people.
Right.
And I'm happy to come on and just listen. If anyone wants to ask advice or wants some help or anything like that, I'm happy to do that. But get you to run it. You and Lukey. If Luke, well, no, you haven't got time now, mate. You're a university big knob.
I've got so much I want to do, unfortunately.
Yeah, but see, we've got to find things, right? I was actually had a meeting. I was actually asked to actually speak at a men's shed yesterday, right? And it was a group of old blokes. I don't know why they asked me, because I'm not old. Right? Old blokes, right? And what they're doing is once a week they're actually on Zoom, Langwarrin Men's Shed, and they're encouraging each other. They're talking to each other. There's another group called Halt, right, which is a South.
Yeah, they're really good. I've heard him speak. I've heard him speak, and he's really good.
Yeah, well, I've got the bloke from the southeast, and that head is actually coming on here on the 18th. I'm interviewing him on the 18th on here. That's a men's group, right? That they every Wednesday they actually meet once again on Zoom, right? So these groups are all starting to do it. And Hannah, that'll be a great little thing for you to actually do it, righto?
Yeah.
Right. Like get Jess involved, get everyone involved, get all the young people. Work on yourself, Hunt, if you want to make a gym at home, righto? If you like, look, I've got to do it. I've got to do it.
Get the glasses on, Glenn. Come on.
Anyway, oh, Jesus, I can see everything. If you like art, make some strong and powerful, right? So Jess has put up, that's some good things there. But I agree. Jess has said it too. Start up a Zoom group.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've got a lot of, like I said, you've got a lot of people out there, young people that you know. Right? Even if this, hey, Jessica and Josh, right? I try to start up putting all our volunteers together on and Carol, righto, on Saturday at 1 o'clock because we're all missing each other, right? Even I miss all my volunteers, although they hate me, right? But I miss all my volunteers. I miss the camaraderie that we have, right? And a lot of people are going through that at the moment. They're missing that camaraderie. And so I've started doing a Zoom with all our volunteers from Triple TAF on a Saturday at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock Saturday, people. So, yeah, I was about to say video chats too. They're great for the isolation. Absolutely, Jonathan. Thank you for that. Right, it's so true. Because like I said, over the next few weeks, it's going to get harder and harder and harder. Right, and you young people, right, are our future. I said that not so long ago, so I was interviewing someone here. You young people are our future, right? You're our future leaders, right? So we've got to make sure you all come through it. Thanks, Jess. Yes, boss. but you see, I'm making people laugh tonight. Right, and that's what it's all about. It's just having a smile on your dial. So, but Hannah, tell me a couple of the achievements that you've had, right, since you about the bullying.
So since I went through all the bullying, I've had a number of different pageants I did up in Queensland, and I Miss Western Board and that, which I won different awards for. And then I've had interviews with Channel 7, Youth of the Year, got the best bullying speech at school, at my year 12 valedictory. Yeah, it just goes on.
You're a high achiever, isn't she, Luke?
Yeah, it's nice when it goes on.
And I've had radio interviews as well, and in the local paper, Herald Sun, the Western Port News.
She's nearly getting as famous as me. I haven't got Volunteer of the Year. No one votes. No one's voting for me. So I don't want that. I keep telling Carol and everyone, I want that AO. Australia. At least then I can put something else behind my name instead of good. But hey, listen, I'll tell you what. Yeah, there's too, Cap. Congratulations, you've done amazing well, since you've actually come out and started speaking about your bullying and your depression and everything like that, right? But like I said, and Luke's probably gone through it, even Luke. But I tell you now, believe it or not, even myself in these last few weeks, right? You're feeling down, right? You don't want to do anything, right? Now you wake up in the morning and you say, what am I going to do today? Right? But you always find something to do, right? Because you know this is not going to be here forever. right? And you've got a lot of encouragement that you can actually give to people, you know. And look at Luke. So you got anything else to say, Luke?
Have I? Jeez, not a whole lot. I think, yeah, you know, the next 6 weeks, it's not about how many things you can do. I've found that it's just, you know, doing a few things here and there, just keeping the days a little bit different, maybe. You know, I've been having more baths, so that's something different. You know, just stuff to mix it up, and I don't know. It's pretty hard to be inside all the time, and yeah, look, you just, you know, eat different food, maybe maybe start cooking different meals. I don't know. Yeah, but I think also just with Hannah, like, you know, joining us, and for her to reflect, just to know that what she's doing is really important. But you know, what we're faced with right now is going to make what we're doing in the future a lot more important. And there's going to be a lot more need for services and support and mental health and advocacy and everything. You know, in the next, you know, 6 to 7 weeks. So yeah, my brain has no more words.
One of your favourite.
Mate. No, yeah, no, I do actually. Hygiene's pretty important these days.
Look, see, Hannah, there's a lot of organisations out there that you should be tapping into, right? And I really challenge you to actually get this Zoom up for the young people.
I will. Or I already got ideas popping in my head. Already got ideas.
Because it's young people. It's like even Erin. Erin's one, you know, Erin, Jess, Josh, any other young persons out there, righto? You should now, righto, be a leader for the young people. Right. Next week, I've got a couple of great people, great organisations coming on. The first one's Dress to Success, but the person after that is actually empowering leaders. All right. And she's written a few books about young people, right? Empowering them, right? But also empowering them to get jobs, but to also become leaders. And it's so important, right? It's so important that you young people, right, actually take the stance. Hey, us oldies like me ain't going to be around much longer, right? No, we haven't got that many more years left. Luke will be around a bit longer, but you are. It's hence another reason that I've actually put the challenge out to all these so-called candidates who are going to come and run for Frankston City Council, because I want to make sure that, you know, like, I contributed something to make sure we get a new good set of councillors on. They can do stuff for Frankston and the people like you, right? For the youth here, right? I'd love to. It's a shame, right? It's a shame that we haven't got a couple of young people out there running for Frankston City Council, right? We need more women. From at the moment, I haven't got one woman that I know that's actually running for Frankston City Council. And look at that. You achieve those goals. These are the sort of goals, you know. Luke in the future, right? You know, running for, you know, for mayor. Prime Minister. but it, like I said, tonight was all about getting a couple of young people on, showing their struggles and everything like that, right? Your achievements. Right, your achievements. Yeah, I look at Luke, right, from what he was and wherever he was, right, wanted to put his car wrapped around a tree, sitting there crying, to where he is today. And look, the battle's not won, right? He knows that. It's like that black dog video. You've seen that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right, the black dog. We got this dirty big black dog that, you know, becomes part of you, but you learn how to control that black dog. You put the black dog on the lead. Doesn't mean, you know, You're not going to have those days where the black dog's going to try to drag you along, right? But you become in control of that black dog, because the young people are our future, right? I can be Aaron and Jess and Josh and all them. I can be a grumpy old thing sometimes, right? But I love my young people, because I think that you are our future, right? You've got an important part to play, all of you. And look, if you've achieved what you've achieved out of these last 18 months or so, right, when you first come out about the bullying and everything like that, you've come a long way. You kicked some major, major goals, young lady. And Luke, the same with you, right? It's the same with you, mate. You've come so far. And I'm so proud of you. I'm proud that you made that phone call. We actually met. Righto. So what's Tangles on about? What's this?
Sometimes.
Oh, sometimes. I think he's saying because I'm a grumpy old man sometimes.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Jess.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been doing when I get sometimes going through a situation at home, I've been doing like diamond pictures. You can get on the internet or the cheap shops, and they're like massive pictures that have got little diamonds and glue, and you just keep doing the dots, and it comes out really, really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been doing them. They've been helping a lot too.
That's it?
Yeah. Art's really good, like just drawing and whatever, like mindfulness and sort of just you can get lost in doing stuff like that where you don't even realize, and you've done something which looks great, and also you just haven't thought about anything, which is super important. Because at the moment I'd like to know, obviously, like I don't want to know, but like obviously with the statistics happening with mental health and all that kind of stuff right now, there's a lot happening, and with the young kids as well. It's a challenging time, and I see it as well with services and places like with bottle shops open and kids accessing substances. It could be even more dangerous now with what's happening with risk-taking behavior. That's what I'm trying to say. With risk-taking behavior, which I know a lot about, and it's just important to know that risk-taking behavior can be changed, and you can actually get past it, and you can actually learn how to not put your life in your own hands, and actually just be careful. Just be careful out there. I think that's one of the things I always try and stress to young kids.
Very, very wise words, Luke. Right, listen, it's been on an hour now, right? We were here an hour, and it was good to get you both on. Luke, thank you so much, mate. So proud of you.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Hannah, right? Thank you for coming on, right? And
Thanks for having me.
We didn't actually scare you or anything like that.
No.
So most people do get scared when they see me, right? So, but I'm not that frightening. But I hope, like in some way, if I can just finish it off, right, with you two, like I said, you've both come a long, long way, and you've got to be. I'm proud of you. You've got to be proud of yourself, right? And like you've got a massive, great future here, righto? And Anna, I really do encourage you to actually do what I said. Start up a Zoom thing. Get all the young people involved.
Yeah.
Right? And be a help to them. Be a leader to them. Because there's a lot of out there that are actually going to be in a lot of big problems. They're going to be out there. They're going to need someone to be able to talk to. Righto?
Yeah.
Righto? They're going to, and if you've got a group together, right? And I know that the ones that, like Jessica, she'll be fantastic to get in there and talk to. Jess is actually very good at talking to people. She's really good at it, right? And she's gone through her hard times, right? So, and the same with Josh, right? And Aaron, the whole lot of them, right? So, but like, you're a stronger young girl than you think you are, right? Right? Because otherwise you wouldn't be won all those awards and have all those write-ups about you. No? So anyway, what have we got here? Oh yeah, proud of you, Fruity. Looking well these days. Catch up soon. And good on you, Hannah. Righto?
Thank you.
Yeah, no. Anyway, if you want to listen to Fruity's thing, go to Fruity Lex right on Facebook and have a listen to him. Right? And then, excuse me, what was this, Aaron? Huh? Excuse me. What, Aaron? What do you want? Anyway, I'm going to say good night to you both. Hope you have enjoyed coming on. I've really appreciated it. And right, next week, right, I'm sorry I'm going to disappear with you lot, if you don't mind for a second. I'll drop you down for a sec. Righto?
Okay.
Drop down. Righto. Anyway, people, it's time to come to a close, and it's really good to get them on. Right? It was a little bit different tonight. There was, it was great to have both of the young people on, and now, Luke giving his life, like his story, and Hannah giving her story, and like I said, next week I've got Dress to Success, which people don't know, that's people that they help people, that are getting job interviews and everything like that. And then there's actually empowering leaders, which that should be really good. So till next week, I would say good night and goodbye. Enjoy your week and behave yourselves.